Previously on Knight's Quest.
Fight you?
I think you've earned a fight.
And by this point, I think it's become an event. Megaphone trainer in the middle, just projecting it. And she goes, "Are you ready for a fight?" My friends, I have a mystery, a puzzle that I have solved that I must present to you two and to the world.
Okay.
Jamie, you know about this puzzle because you have been a part of my secret cabal to solve this issue. Pizza
That makes
slices.
it ironic that I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, but go on.
Pizza slices.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
If I order a medium pizza
Oh, yeah.
and they cut it into 8 pieces, and I order a large pizza
Yeah.
and they cut it into 8 pizzas,
Right.
clearly the slices from the large pizza will be bigger and contain more pizza.
That's correct.
Obvious. But if they cut the large pizza into 12 slices,
Right.
which one will contain more pizza?
Per slice, correct?
Per slice.
This was an interesting question you posited to me because I, myself, working at a place that serves pizzas, I took the dimensions of our pizzas and ran some quick, like, 9th grade math or thereabouts, maybe even earlier than 9th grade, let's be real here. And I was like, oh my God, they actually are almost exactly the same.
The base is the same.
Now, thing is, not all places have those measurements of pizza. Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Yes. If you get a standard 12-inch medium and a 14-inch large, then your medium slices are going to be about 2 inches squared bigger.
Right.
On the mediums. But if it's a 13-inch medium and a 16-inch large, they're going to be pretty much the same.
It's shockingly close to identical, yeah.
How is this funny? I don't know, but I needed to tell the world about this great pizza debacle.
Cold open, more like a hot open.
God,
Jake, what are your thoughts on the great pizza riddle?
you know,
Is it a riddle if we introduced it and then immediately told everyone the answer?
What you're saying is I should have left it open-ended
I mean,
and not told people the answer to the...
well, no, that was actually, now that I think about it, I said the answer first, so that's kind of on me. Yeah.
Yeah, you ruined it.
yeah.
literally the only thing that I have to contribute to this is that Apple, like the computer company Apple, has a patent on round pizza boxes.
That's a fun fact.
What does that mean, Jake?
It means Apple Computers has a legal patent. They have a legal hold on a design for a circular, round pizza box that is the same shape as a pizza.
Right.
That they use exclusively for the Apple HQ lunchroom, and no one else can.
So the reason we're all stuck with squares...
Is Apple
Apple.
technically a pizza company?
Oh my goodness.
No.
They are now, though.
No.
But they are, though.
Would they be called apple pies?
Oh my goodness.
Holy
we
shit.
cracked it open.
Do the employees call them apple pies? And do they
gotta
get
call them
just
apple pies.
immeasurable amounts of glee every time they say it?
They're apple pies.
I need to know, if anybody who listens to this works at Apple, which I doubt, do you call the pizzas apple pies? And if not, why?
Why not? Listen, you're creative geniuses, supposedly. Why don't you do this?
Or you're not taking this opportunity to squeeze some joy out of this wretched life we all live.
We all know it all went down when Steve left. We all know. Steve called them apple pies. Steve Jobs. He called them apple pies.
Why would they care if other people use a pizza box? That makes no fucking sense. Why?
Wrong.
I don't... What...
Because they're Apple, and take that.
Why do they have their own designs on a pizza at all? They don't serve they don't market pizza. I'm so confused. Why would you, like, that is...
You know, it's probably just because they wanted to stir up a bunch of trouble. Which reminds me of today's episode of Knight's Quest, where we're going to be having a fight between the educator and Trouble incarnate. Trouble, the previous fumble, the blue, the tall, the vigorous.
Have we already used Stirring Up Trouble as a episode title? Because if we
have used Looking for Trouble or Searching, maybe we've used something, but I don't think we've used
Trouble in Paradise.
Have we?
We're working our way through the trouble metaphors.
Right. I don't believe
quickly.
We have
We're just
used
burning them all right in the beginning of season 3.
Stirring Up Trouble quite yet.
I will consult.
We can now.
The episode naming.
I was going to say, do we want to save Stirring Up Trouble for a potential baking episode?
Maybe. Yeah. You know what, audience? You know what this one's called. It's there. Lowell, don't look.
Lowell?
Dang it. Every time. You're going to crash one of these days. I swear. And I'll have to go to your funeral.
Nothing in the world is funnier than having an episode of Knight's Quest go up, and then, like, a couple hours later, we all get a text from Lowell that says, yeah, I was indeed driving. Nothing is better. It's like, drugs, sex, forget about it. Nothing is better than that. Don't even talk to me about other things being a good feeling. That's the best one.
Oh man.
Goodness.
All right, before we can get to this fight, though, many of you are probably thinking, Trouble's going to lose because he's a level 1 basic boy. But we were like, no, he's gone through training, so we are going to jack him up right now.
Also, joke's on all of you because we don't have individual levels for Knight's Quest characters. What are you talking about?
You don't know how the game works.
This isn't Skyrim or something.
So here's what I'm going to do for Trouble because of his training, and because I think we need to make him a more viable character.
Right.
Let's give him an increase to 2 proficiencies and 1 skill.
Nice. Okay.
Which ones do we think makes the most sense of what he has learned?
Yeah, boy, it
also,
was
I take offense to the statement that characters don't have levels, because Johnny Biz is definitely a level Quimp merchant. So
okay, we're gonna unpack that. No, we can't. We gotta.
Jake, are you just said that into a recording? Are you prepared to deal with the fallout of what you just said?
Always.
What the heck is a level Quimp?
A Quimp?
Jake, what's a Quimp?
A Quimp? In the Bismarck family tree ladder.
Okay. Yes.
So
hold on. The Bismarck family has like a ranking system.
Do they have like a lexicon with their own terminology and stuff?
Duh.
Excellent.
Yeah, I really didn't think this is how we were going to start this episode, but we talked about
You said it!
Yeah,
you can't say
I didn't think
the word Quimp.
I didn't think Nathan was going to bring up levels.
If you say the word Quimp, I'm going to ask you what a Quimp is.
Listeners, Quimp is whatever you want it to be.
No.
Jake?
No.
Okay, never mind. I lied.
We will sidestep Quimp, but it is not being forgotten. We are not forgetting Quimp. You have time to process your Quimp.
Lowell has pulled over to the side of the road and he's written his answer for what Quimp means into an envelope and sealed it for the day that it is revealed.
And sent it back in time to you? Okay. While Jake is getting his time-sent Quimp letter from Lowell on the side of the road, Jamie, what stats are we increasing on our good boy Trouble?
My mind was in a space of like, Trouble's gonna fight this episode, so I was gonna be like, oh, weapon handling, obviously. But then I realized he didn't necessarily train with weapons during those scenes. So
a little bit.
He did a little bit?
I think if he went up, like, what's his weapon handling right now?
It's a 1.
I think if we made it 2,
okay.
Like, I don't think that's not a big jump.
All right, I can respect and appreciate that.
And then 2 skills he can improve. I think one of them, in my personal opinion, should be like a charisma or an intelligence because of all the culture stuff he's learned.
When you say skill, do you mean the more specific yellows checks? Okay,
yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, the yellow ones, the proficiencies.
I think you're exactly right for charisma. I'm trying to decide which one. Either camaraderie or persuasion, because he's finally learning about how to talk and interact with people instead of just doing weird shit and climbing buildings. Do you think maybe persuasion?
It's up to you. I could see both going either way. What kind of boy do you want Trouble to be? A friendly boy or a persuasive boy? These are the questions that men must decide.
If it's purely a question of what I want him to be, I would want to put it in fear, because I think that'd be interesting. But I don't know if I can justify that in like how we've set him up so far.
I mean, if that's we can spin it. The fear could be he saw how intimidating the educator was, and he's like, I can use these culture things.
I really like that, to be honest. Okay.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
That's fun.
Oh, okay. I do love that, because that's something Raynor would never do. What was the last thing you said?
You get one more yellow.
Another skill?
Yep. You could do like emotional resistance.
That's not a bad idea.
We all need a couple levels in that, am I right?
Right.
Am I right?
Did you say that, of the strength skills, did you say that fortitude is the one where you're, like, more defense focused? Like, you can take a hit? Is that fortitude, or is that one of the other ones?
That's correct, yep. That's usually not used in combat a ton.
Okay.
Like, that'll be within your resistances, so maybe it would be a blunt resistance. To, like, being hit or slash, because he's been, like, whipped a bunch.
Oh, interesting. We already gave him one for blunt, pierce, and slash. Was that...
You could double down.
Was that maybe because of how he used
his coat?
Oh, it was the coat.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The coat, yeah.
Huh. I kind of like the idea of giving him emotional resistance, though.
Okay.
I think I'm going to put it in that one.
Okay. All right, so we just workshopped our 2 combat teas.
Yeah, we actually have stats for these characters that have been in existence for like a long time.
But we don't make stats for everyone until it's needed. The educator and Trouble, who has received some boosts, which you did hear about that, and the educator has stats. You don't need to hear about that.
Yep.
It's gonna happen.
We'll ruin the rolls.
We're like over 10 minutes in this episode. Here's the scene. The crowd, there's a high energy as everyone is surrounding into Borland Hall. Again, not everyone can fit within there, but it is spacious enough that you can get a good-sized crowd. And, of course, Raynor and the gang, they've all met up with each other, and they have been given access to seats right by Trouble's corner.
Yeah, they're in the splash zone.
Yeah. Now, if I'm picturing like a modern gymnasium shape, is that anywhere close? Is that
like a rectangle?
Yeah, like a basketball court and bleachers. Like, am I completely off base, or what do you think?
I was picturing it more like a boxing ring.
Okay.
Or mixed with a dojo.
Interesting. Okay.
This is what I'm picturing. Like anytime that I like pictured the training space, this is what I was picturing.
Okay.
Jake has just pulled up images of dojos.
So like,
which is how I pictured it too.
A very open square space. And the people watching would be all along the walls and maybe even like a second floor. Is that kind of what we're getting at?
Second floor.
Yep.
Interesting.
Sure. Yeah, it's definitely going to be second floor
all
for
right.
balcony seating.
And I'm imagining it's like a big space. Not it's bigger than that what I just showed you. But like if you've seen The Matrix where Neo learns karate and fights Morpheus, like that.
Here's what you need to know. It's a big open space. There's a central fighting zone. It's like a dojo. Yeah. There's 2 floors. You guys are on the ground floor, and it's pumped. It's hyped. People are cheering. It's going great. It's like you're at like an actual like wrestling match. It's awesome. And you've got that like college love age kind of vibe of people here hyping up. You got people already wearing blue face paint.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that within the crowd, you guys, obviously you've got your core crew, but you see Torfin is there.
Just high-fiving the shit out of everybody.
Oh, yeah, because he knows everyone.
Who's Torfin
there.
rooting for? Who's Torfin rooting for?
Oh, you know what? Torfin's not a fan of the educators, as he's already established, so he's definitely rooting for Trouble.
Rooting for the underdog? JJ, you see JJ is there.
Awesome.
JJ has decided to, there was less business going on, so he's got his little mobile cart.
Yes.
He's selling some JJ Jumbles.
He knows that he's going to make more money here. Yeah.
Yeah, come get some JJ Jumbles. We got some fresh alcohol over here. We got a special deal going on. If you pick the right bet, you can get yourself a coupon for JJ Jumble. To get yourself a free buffet whenever you come on in at JJ Jumble if you pick the right winner tonight's fight.
Are there any magistrates in attendance?
Oh.
Like Magi?
Yeah.
So the magistrate is not here.
Okay. Magi,
or like the magical users, you don't see any because you haven't met any yet, so you wouldn't know. Mage guards, There also are... You know what?
Uh-oh.
Let's roll the dice for that one.
I was going to say the Bawayu just opened, so they're probably busy with like important things.
Yeah. I'm going to say no, there aren't any at this moment, but that doesn't mean they won't show up if things
get spicy.
Yeah, the Mage Guard's main job is to protect the Bawayu. They're not just general police.
Sure.
So the school can handle itself.
Right.
And of course we've got Megan and personal trainer, both hyping it up. And real quickly, we're going to get right into the fight, but do any of our main characters who are here, which is our whole roster, except for Raish and Run, who are still at the tree, do they have any thoughts that they want to do? I know Leroy is getting JJ's Jungle Jumble.
Yeah, for sure. Jonathan put in an order with Leroy before he left for some of the spicy...
Ooh, nice.
Spicy bread?
The spice... No, not the spicy bread, the drink. That wasn't a drink, but he's going to drink it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It was a hot sauce, right?
Yeah, hot sauce.
He said, "Give me a mug of hot sauce. He'll know who it's for."
You got it. I'll do it. Any other orders?
Eloise is she's just way too invested in what's going on. She's just completely dead to the world.
Does Katrina want to actually get some alcohol?
Yes.
Oh,
absolutely.
Okay.
I think Leroy is asking if anybody wants anything, and she grabs him by the shoulders and turns him to her and goes, "Leroy, I need you to do one. If you can't, if nothing else happens tonight, I need to go home after tasting alcohol. Can you procure me some alcohol?"
I can get you some alcohol.
Thank you, sweet child.
Now, one thing I have just realized as I looked at my character sheet and thought about the past few episodes of how I've bought food multiple times, I have at no point had any silver paper. So.
Oh, Jonathan opens up his,
Wasn't Leroy part of the group that made money?
I made enough to pay off my debt.
Oh.
I'm gonna make a retcon here and say that, in addition to Jonathan's coin purse for holding his, gold coins, he has also purchased a wallet to hold his silver paper. So he produces his wallet and he hands Leroy some silver paper he's gonna
yes.
And he ignoring, or no, cause Raish isn't here. Or not Raish, Abil isn't here. And so he
I am here.
I think he is here, yeah.
I am not Raish.
I thought Abil and Raish were... No, Raish and Run. That's right.
Raish and Run.
Okay, hold on.
Did you... It has been a while since you've done this.
Time out.
Did you forget about me?
He opens up his wallet and just starts handing Leroy silver paper. He's like, I don't know what's enough. Just here you go.
Abil just stares at it and goes, no, it's fine. No, just spend all the money on snacks. This isn't how we got into the problem the first time.
He looks at Abil and goes, can I? Is it?
No, do whatever you want. It's not like you pay me. Wait, it's not like you pay me. Do you pay me?
You said in the Abil voice, did you forget about me? But I definitely heard, don't you forget about me.
Hey.
Okay, so Leroy goes, gets the food, brings it back. They get all ready, and the fight starts to begin. And Megan Trainor walks into the middle of the ring. All right, everyone, welcome to the Borderland Hall. Who's ready for a good fight tonight? There's cheers. Ruckus applause. Oh my God! Now, as you all know, this is going to be an official orc duel, as it was officiated by our good educator here, the educator. And now I know some of you orc folk don't know all the orc rules, so I'm gonna lay it down here for you. And we also got some non-orc or orc creatures up in the front row.
Yeah, like me and Jamie.
Yeah.
Or the characters.
We're all just patiently waiting for Nathan to tell us how this is gonna go down.
Yeah. Nobody knows the rules of an orc duel.
This is gonna be a duel of sport. The prize is just bragging rights and for fun. This will be a non-lethal duel, so no killing, and there will be no blows of passion, so no hitting each other out of your emotions to try and kill each other. None of that. This duel has already been called in advance. Location has been named, and I will be the officiator of this duel.
Right.
Make sure it is all clean and square. So both of you may pick your weapons, and you may use your wits to win this duel. First person to concede or be knocked out, we'll lose.
Okay.
So the educator is sitting like crisscross, applesauce, perfect posture, and she extends a hand towards Trouble, deferring first weapon choice to Trouble.
Okay. It's gotta be... I need to know what will happen if Trouble chooses this, so I think he is going to. Is, among the weapons, is there one of those, like, reeds to hit people with, as has been happening all day?
I mean, she has hers.
I think it's, like, not on the wall, but it is present. Like, there is one there.
Yeah, he's looking at the weapons on the wall, and then he, like, turns away from them very dramatically, and he looks back at the educator, and then he goes over to where that reed thing is, and he picks that up instead.
I think there's a lot of ooh.
Yeah.
Oh. And there's a couple people, like, who are, like, watching on. There's like, he's going for the symbolic meaning of beating the educator with the discipline reed. This is so meta. I love it.
And Eloise is like,
you idiot! You could have picked a sword or a club or anything. You picked that.
I imagine the people who are, like, really into that explanation are the ones who are here majoring in, like, literary theory and shit. Like, it's actually full of symbolic meaning.
Or just people who were, like, beaten with the discipline.
Oh, yeah, that too.
So
yeah.
everyone...
Maybe both.
Eloise, you don't understand.
No, I don't.
He has gone through this journey, and it is his only way out now.
I went through a journey. I got a cool, like, I got this, like, you know?
It's a different journey.
All right.
But it's okay, because we, though, because we are one, it is your journey, too.
Oh, sure.
I forgot about the we are one thing. Oh, this is...
Okay, what does the educator pick?
Oh, boy. Hey, Siri, flip a coin.
It's heads.
Okay, yeah, she's going for the same.
All right, that's what I was hoping for.
Hey, if you ever want to flip a coin, you can just head over to our website, kqpodcast.com, and buy yourself a D2, where we are selling some coins. Versus Ajax coins.
I hope we're not calling it a D2.
I mean, it counts as one of those.
The educator, she, like, her face is, like, expressionless. It's blank. She reaches down to her side where she had put her discipline reed and picks it up and, like, effortlessly transitions from a sitting position to a standing position. Like, doesn't, like, crouch to push up. She just, like, stands. She gets into her fighting stance, like, one foot slightly in front of the other, chest forward, one hand close to her chest, the other hand extended with the discipline rod, or reed, and waits for the fight to start. Yeah, she's ready.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So it's a discipline reed duel.
Trouble is not. I think Trouble's actually smiling a little bit, and it's probably like the first time people have seen that in a little while. And his form isn't nearly that good, but he's also kind of trying to, like, do a crouch, like, ready to fight. But he's never been in a fight where he has to hold the weapon before.
He doesn't know his fighting stance yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know his fighting stance.
I want to imagine that his fighting stance, and I'm not trying to say anything crazy or anything, but I'm imagining his fighting stance is, like, bestial.
I'm sure it would be.
Like, he doesn't have, like, a proper form. He's just, like, low center of gravity, leaning towards the enemy, just, like, like balls at his feet. Like, it's nothing, like, it's not quick a form movements. So much as it is just, like, a ready, you know?
Yeah, it's probably, like, a little bit reminiscent of what a fumble would look like before it jumps on a thing. Yeah.
And he'll probably do a lot of rolling and tumbling.
Oh, you have no idea. Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be a good fight. Which is said by Megan. All right, this is going to be a good fight. Well, Trouble, are you ready?
Yeah, I mean, it's what you'd expect. He literally just nods. Yeah.
Madam Educator, are you ready?
And she nods.
All right. Then, may all your blood give you vigor, and may your mind give you awareness, and may your feet move quickly, and your hands be strong, and may all the honor of this duel go to Highness. And the crowd erupts.
Yeah.
And there is a gong sounded. The fight has begun.
All right.
Obviously, this fight will be primarily between Trouble and the Educator, but all of our other characters are in the audience if Rainer accidentally plays some songs or people get involved or not.
Oh, you know, Rainer, he's always accidentally playing entire songs.
You know it. I'm
That's
just
what
saying.
He does.
Anyone can do anything.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to stand up to go to the bathroom. Oh, damn it. Not again.
Oh, I'm never going to give you up. He got a boost die. Oh.
Yeah, so the educator is just going to start...
Oh, and Katrina does have her alcohol, too.
Yes!
Excellent.
Okay, well, we're going to have to address that.
Right.
So the educator is going to start circling around to the left, like circling to the other side of this fighting mat. Still facing Trouble, but getting closer, you know?
Boy, as much as I would love to try to be like, Trouble's gonna come up with strategies and stuff, I genuinely don't think he is able to conceive of that yet. If it becomes clear that she's not making the first move, he will. I think he's just gonna run towards her and try to hit her with the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's do it.
Absolutely,
Make a weapon attack. Since you're going to be using the Discipline Reed, that is considered a whip weapon. So use that. Jake, what is her resistance towards slashing?
She doesn't have any special resistances to slashing.
Okay, so just
a solid 3.
Okay.
And it will surprise no one that Trouble does not have proficiency in whip weapons. So, or any weapons for that matter. How do we have this happen?
So you're gonna roll a weapon handling move against the resistance, which you just said, which is 3.
Okay, yeah.
And there's no boost or...
I've never done a 6.0 battle against one of Jake's characters, so I wasn't sure.
That's fair. This is our first time fighting someone who isn't me.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, Trouble would probably kick ass with the Tiger Claws.
Total on that first attack by Trouble is 2 successes and 1 disadvantage.
Oh, you love to see it. Okay.
It's not what I was expecting.
So I think because we're in a scenario where obviously you two are fighting each other, let's say if you get a disadvantage in this fight, the other person gets to pick like what it is that they're gaining. So you're obviously going to hit the Educator, which is impressive. But Educator, some great combat disadvantages can be that you can now be put in a better position, that he would get a setback moving forward, or... something else. Like those are just some basic ones, but you could also think of something else.
Right.
You gain an ally.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, right.
You gain support of the crowd.
I'm trying to think of something that would make sense in terms of like what's going on, because I feel like the advantage of like Trouble getting a hit on the Educator would be Trouble is now open for a hit, so like maybe the Educator gets advantage or gets like a boost on the next attack.
Yep, that sounds good.
The not having good form and discipline in fighting is gonna be tricky for him in this fight, because he probably overextended and shit like that, and then
Trouble rushes her with some wild ass moves and surprises her and gets a hit off.
All right, Educator, let's keep this fight moving fast.
Yeah, so
and she does get a boost on her attack.
Yep, so that's gonna be
Trouble. What's your resistance to slashing?
He actually does have 1 in slashing. I believe the reason we did that is because we were talking about his coat.
His coat. Yep. So then you just add that to his overall resistance. So what's it going to be?
2 resistance with 1 being upgraded to
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
The crowd went wild with that first hit, by the way.
Oh boy.
Just to see, it's like everyone's living out their fantasies to be able to hit an Educator with a Discipline Reed. I mean, come on.
I think Trouble is a little surprised that actually worked, and that could be part of the reason he's left open. Like
now he's open for an attack.
Yeah. So surprising probably no one. That was 2 successes and an advantage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The Educator, is able to just spin around him, get an easy move. What do you want that advantage to be? You could the advantage could be it does extra harm. It could do not physical harm, but like emotional, because there's 2 ways to win this fight. They give up or they knock out.
Right.
And so you could like kind of lose his courage, which could then give him a setback moving forward. Maybe with that hit, try to persuade the crowd. I don't know if the crowd's going to impact the game later, but I don't know, maybe.
So I think the Educator like kind of pushes him off balance, like puts a foot behind him and pushes him backwards. And then as he's falling, like hits the hand that he's holding his reed with, not to try and disarm him, but like as a correction. And it's obvious that it's a correction.
Oh, that sucks.
So like not only is he kind of sent reeling backwards, but like like she knows what she did.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Yeah. Oof. It's a hard fall. It's not a good feeling, both physically and emotionally, because of that. The rap on the wrist of like, straighten up again.
Even in the fight, the educator is still training you.
Oh yeah, and I would expect nothing less.
Well, this fight's already off to a quick fight. Quick bat. Start that over. Well, this fight's off to a quick start. We've already got 2 hits landed on both sides.
I like that it's also like a running commentary. It wasn't just an intro. It's also like a sports announcer.
We gotta.
Personal's not joining in. He's not speaking tonight for personal reasons.
No, personal is like on his knees, potentially on his hands and knees. He's watching the fight diligently. He's calling hits.
Oh, okay.
Like that's his whole job during this fight. He doesn't speak. He just hit.
How does Trouble respond? So Trouble's on the ground now?
Yeah, absolutely. First thing is he's going to try to scramble back to his feet. Do you want to make that a thing, or just keep going?
Well, let's do this.
Yeah.
If you try to make an attack from the ground that we set back, let's have you do a fancy feet move to see if you can get back up.
Okay.
Without provoking an attack. Let's do difficulty 2.
Katrina is like screaming, like she's trying to like give him like tips from the sidelines.
Oh, I love that.
And she's like jumping up and down, trying to be heard over the crowd, but also like trying not to slosh her alcohol that she's just been given.
Trouble at a boost die.
Oh, okay, awesome. The boost die was blank.
Oh, well, I guess you didn't hear Katrina then.
So the end total of that is 1 success with nothing else.
Okay, so you're back on your feet.
Ooh, that was as close as it could possibly get. Trouble's plan to react as quickly as possible unfortunately makes him a bit predictable, which in this case is, interfering with someone's feet to knock them to the ground. I'm going to try that. So his next attack is literally going to be trying to, like, sweep out her feet, even though he doesn't know, like, a great way to do that, but he's going to give it a shot,
Is there a way to roll contests in 6.0?
No, that's what Resistance holds up against. It's because you are doing a move, and then the advantages and disadvantages, play out. Because if you have 2 people rolling at the same time, it all gets really messy.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, I think trying to knock someone over would either be a fancy feet move, because you're trying to be quick, or you're trying to be strong, and so I'd say brute.
Let's go for fancy feet again. Let's say he's gonna, in his own fairly obvious way, he's gonna feint another hit with the thing, but he's actually gonna kick out and try to catch her leg with his own foot.
Okay. Her resistance is 3, I believe.
Yep.
So that's what you gotta beat.
Okay.
So what type of attack is this?
I think we'll just go general resistance.
Okay.
All right. That is a failure with 1 disadvantage.
Okay. Jake, what's the disadvantage? He doesn't trip you.
I feel a little bad for putting Trouble into this situation because, like, before we even started the recording, I was like, this fight's not going to go well for my boy. Oh, boy.
I think the disadvantage is Trouble's going to have a setback die on his next roll.
Fair.
Just from being discouraged?
I think from being discouraged, and also from, like, once again, close proximity with the educator. Like, the educator is bigger, more disciplined, more muscular.
Yep.
And his one move so far is get up close and personal with this person. So I think a setback die on the next move.
Fair, yeah.
Educator, what are you going to do? Anyone from the crowd?
Well, first of all, Jonathan turns to Grog and goes, "Is gambling like bad in orc culture? Like, is gambling a bad thing? Do orcs do that?"
No, yeah, we gamble, especially duels of sport. There's lots of gambling on this type of duel, yeah.
Yeah, cool. That's all I needed to know. And Jonathan is going to start going through the stands, taking bets and taking a 5% bookie fee.
Okay, so he's not making any bets himself. He's just like collecting all the bets.
Yes.
Johnny Biz, I need you to do a roll for that.
Yep.
Here's the question. Is this genuine? Will you pay off these bets?
Yeah, like I said, he's making 5% off of each bet. Okay. So, I mean, he's going to give everybody their money.
So not pranking then.
Yeah. I was going to say this would be an accounting roll.
Oh.
But I don't think you have that skill, do you?
I don't.
Unless
he
recruits a certain person.
Yes. You bring me into the game.
Yeah. So Jonathan grabs Abiel by puts an arm around his shoulders, like, "Come on, buddy, we're gonna make that lunch money back."
Oh, I see. This is all part of the plan.
Yep, for sure. Johnny's gonna take the bets, and Abiel's gonna bookkeep.
All right, so I'm gonna have Abiel make an accounting roll, difficulty 2, because people are gonna be eager to do this right now, and a boost die because Jonathan's helping.
Fair. And he's got to be doubly proficient, right?
Oh, yeah. Double proficiency, full stats.
Excellent.
So this is a very good roll.
And a failure with a disadvantage.
And you lose. It's game over. Get out of here.
And Abiel dies. He spontaneously combusts.
Okay, that is 2 successes, 2 advantages.
Hey.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So we'll make that one be, obviously you succeed. And you've been wise. You've gotten to both sides of the aisle on this one. Let's make this not just cheap stuff. Let's do 20,000 silver paper.
Ooh, nice.
Heck yeah.
All right.
At the end of the night, how much you win out?
Who do you think has the edge in terms of, I don't know the right terms for this, but like who the crowd is favoring more, you know?
Oh, I would say the majority. It's gotta
be the educator, right?
Well, here's it is. Those who are betting, logistically, they're going for the educator. But the fan favorite is Trouble.
Okay.
They don't know that's his actual name. Again, they think that's his stage name. He is here representing Trouble. He's fighting against the system, against all these rules and culture that they're so used to. They're like, finally, someone's like, even though he is following all the rules, it's just the concept of fighting against the rule enforcers is like, oh, this is what they need.
It is so funny to me that this morning no one had any clue who this person was, and now he's got like screaming fans. That is
welcome to
just ridiculous. Yeah, I love it.
Educator, it's your move.
So so Trouble comes in for the leg sweep, and she just like moves effortlessly out of the way, and then grabs him, like wraps her arms around his arms. So she's like got him in a bear hug at this point. Right. And she's not talking to the crowd. Like, she's just talking loud enough so that she knows... maybe people hear her, but she's talking loud enough for Trouble to hear her.
Right.
And she says, I taught you better than this. Ooh. A fight is no different from life. You use your skills and what you have at your advantage to get what you want. For example, I am very big. And she... Yeah, she straight up, like, she, like, picks up Trouble, like, full height, extended, and just tosses him.
Yeah.
Or, like, throws her in front of him?
Oh, yeah. That's rough.
Or in front of her?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do strength. That's brute. I mean, that's brute if I ever saw it.
Oh, yeah.
Against your, I think, just resistance in general.
That's just 2, yeah.
What I love about Knight's Quest is I have no plan of who's going to win this fight. I have no eggs in either basket. I'm just here for the ride, y'all.
This can only end well.
Depends on who for.
3 successes.
There you go.
Okay. Trouble just gets yeeted across the dojo.
Trouble has been yoked.
Boy.
Across Borland Hall.
Oh, that's going to be quite a big throw, a big blow. The spirit of Heinous is within the educator tonight.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and now, like she's been, like, deadpan this whole time. And now she's smiling. Like she's got a shit-eating grin.
Come on, Trouble. Get up. You got this. Power friendship or something. I don't know.
I need to know what Orcahol tastes like.
It is now that we jump to the Orca Hall.
Oh,
because
boy.
This is the Orca Hall is going to definitely affect some things with Katrina, depending on what happens.
It is time for Katrina to continue her world tour of alcohol.
Yes.
We'll describe what it tastes like, but right after, Katrina makes a tolerance roll.
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna say I can't rightly make Orca Hall stronger than
Sukma
and Sukma. Or than Dragon Spit Whiskey. So I gotta make it a difficulty 2. I know this isn't gonna be that tough for Katrina.
Right.
Yeah, especially since she has a double proficiency in tolerance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so give me the roll. Let's make it official.
Oh my god.
It's interesting that she's the character who's been drunk the most, but because of that, she is now the least likely to get drunk because she's so damn tolerant.
So she has a strength of 2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And a double proficiency in tolerance, which means she would just roll 2 yellows, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, one of them was blank, and one of the difficulty die was blank, and I rolled 2 successes and 2 failures, so she fails.
Katrina fails!
Yeah, that was
how can
straight
this
up
be?
not how I expected that to go.
Well, friends, comrades.
Oh, no.
Katrina drinks the Orcal. I'm picturing it is definitely within the beer family.
Are we saying it's more like mead?
Yeah, so it's more like mead. It's not like a spirit.
Yeah, like a fermented wine.
Yeah. And so it's got a very earthy tone to it.
A very oaky afterbirth.
It's very dark. It's like a dark beer would be. Welcome to Nathan Describes Alcohol.
Yeah.
And he doesn't drink.
You'll notice
it's
not
very
even
dark
trying.
out. It's a very dark beer.
It's very dark out while they're drinking this beer.
Yeah, it's very dark out while drinking this beer. So Katrina didn't realize she was drinking beer, and so she's drunk.
Katrina is having her own personal struggle while all this other shit is going on.
Yeah, maybe it's that, like, because it wasn't as strong right off the bat as, like, her other, like, drinks that she's tried, she's on her, like, 3rd or 4th one, and all of a sudden it's hitting her. The mistakes that she has made.
She's sloshed. So, Katrina, you're seeing this fight. Trouble! Trouble's getting thrown around. Is Katrina a sad or an angry drunk? Or something else?
Angry for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so she screams, "That was a foul! Open your eyes!"
Katrina, there's no fouls. Unless, like, well, no, there are fouls. That's true. Like, if she started, like, killing them, that'd be pretty bad. Yeah.
Oh, that'd definitely be bad, yeah.
Grog.
Yeah, what is it?
Grog.
I'm Grilta. Were you talking to me?
Grilta, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Grog.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just noticed Jonathan was walking
like 5
around
seats away.
Jonathan and Abil are doing something. I'm kind of suspicious. So I've been watching them a lot.
Grog.
Yes, Katrina.
Can you help me on a secret mission?
Depends
on
just what the mission is. Like,
it's a secret.
Sure. Yes, I can do it. Yes.
Okay. We're gonna fuck up the educator. But shh. This is a secret.
Like cheating?
Oh no.
No, not like cheating. Cheating. Grog. Secret. No. We're helping. We're helping Trouble.
All right. I need 2 things.
Yep.
You can either, I'll just do this. You can either A, use a friendship point for a guarantee that this will happen, or you need to make a persuasion roll with a setback dice.
Persuasion with setback makes way more sense.
Okay. Let's go difficulty 3.
Yep, because Grog definitely does not want to do this.
Right.
Oh, boy. Oh, it's a triumph.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay, so I got a triumph with 2 disadvantages.
Okay.
Okay, so you succeed.
Oh, no.
So Grog, you say this, and there's some, he's been a decently good boy, but the Grog that when you first met him, who was this little bit more rebellious.
Yeah.
Something within him goes, yes. Let's mess with the educator.
Yeah, and he's seeing the fight playing out in front of them, and that's like awakening that fire again.
Yes. He's like, and maybe it's because Katrina's drunk again. It's taking him back before he was magically your friend.
Oh my god.
And he's like, let's do it. One of the disadvantages will be Grog will take it too far.
Oh no. Oh god.
So you've hooked him too much. The other disadvantage is, I don't care how this goes down, someone's gonna get caught. Like, somebody. It might not be one of you two. Yeah. Someone will get caught, though.
All right.
Trouble is gonna obviously do his best to get back up, although it takes a second longer this time. It is not nimbly leaping up to his feet, you know? I think because Trouble is a little frazzled right now, and he's not maybe thinking of the best things to do in a perfectly strategic way, I think he is going to do something kind of on impulse, which is he's actually going to take off the coat and throw it aside dramatically, which I don't mean to claim what happens in the world around you, but I imagine the crowd is into that.
Yeah, the crowd is like, "Ooh, he's going for it." The literary people are like, "He's stripping off the shackles of the culture."
Yeah, and everyone else is like, "Shut up, nerds."
So the only thing he's wearing right now are his pinstripe pants.
Yeah.
What a man.
The very poofy striped pants from JJ's Jungle Jumble.
Yep.
Which I can only assume JJ is using to his advantage.
He's like, "Yeah, that's right. That's my boy Trevor. He's one of my mascots. He's an employee of mine, and he's going to win. I mean, we don't represent hating the culture or anything, but, like, we definitely are into this kind of thing."
I think he's got to run in for another attack. Even if this does end up being his last gasp, he's going to give it a shot.
Go for an attack.
Yeah, it's just a regular arm swing weapon, you know?
Can I make an addition since Gorg and Katrina are conspiring to help him?
Are you saying that we do our little maneuver now?
Yes.
Do you know what you want it to be? Because I have some ideas. Go for it.
My idea, so Gorg is behind the educator, like standing along the line of spectators behind the educator. So the educator is between Gorg and Trouble. And he motions for Trouble to like get to him. And then he laces his fingers together and holds them up as if to like signify to like jump onto his hands.
Oh.
But like subtly.
Oh,
you know, he's
God.
like just motions.
He's like, "Come on, get over here."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Gorg.
Guys. I mean, you've got Gorg in your grasp for this plan, so yeah, he does that. Yep.
Trouble can't resist the invitation to climb something. Oh no! I mean, he's gotta do it. He is so high on adrenaline right now. I think he sees that offer and he doesn't think twice.
Okay, so I'm gonna say he can probably get to Gorg.
He's gonna try to spring off of Gorg's hands into some kind of ridiculous acrobatic shit, which in this half-baked idea somehow helps land an attack.
What are Trouble's unique moves?
Oh boy, I haven't used them hardly at all. I think the only one I've used is biting, and that was against Abanus. The other one is obviously climbing, and...
He does have a climbing unique move?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, he sucks at him.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
See, here's what I think. He's not climbing Gorg.
Right.
Because he's about to do... So we were talking, as we were making Trouble, that Fumbles do a lot of rolling.
That's true. That's a good point.
So what if we made a unique move for him called the Fumble Tumble?
Okay.
I was gonna say Pinball Wizard, but that's way better.
Oh, I do like both of those. I'm writing down both of them.
It uses fancy feet, obviously, and it will then act as either an attack roll or give you a boost to resistance, because they're either gonna like roll in for an attack or roll out.
Okay, that makes sense.
Use this move.
I mean, we're definitely using it now as an attempted attack.
Okay.
So I guess
that's a KP for sure. Yeah.
I guess what it looks like is Trouble seeing Gorg running in that direction, taking that step hand spring thing that people do, you know, and then like as he gets launched, like curling up to become more aerodynamic.
Yes.
So now, Jamie, I have a very important question. Is he aiming for the educator, or is his intention to hit the educator, or is his intention to like disarm the educator?
Honestly, I don't think he would even think it through that far. I think he would just have the intention of hitting her.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So now the second part of this comes into play.
Right.
Hold on.
It needs to happen all at once.
Okay, can I tell Jamie what his dice are right now, and then we can change them in a second?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to be making a fancy feet roll.
Okay.
So whatever your stats are for that.
Yep.
You will have to add a setback because of your previous failure.
Yep, we already said that.
And you will get to add a boost because of Gorg helping you.
Oh my god.
Now, Jake, before he makes a dice roll, what else I'm guessing Katrina is doing?
Yes.
And also, what would the difficulty be?
Her resistance.
Okay.
Because you're trying to hit her.
So now, Katrina, her plan is to sandify and cause unstable footing behind the educator.
Wow.
Okay. All right, make a turn to sand roll.
All right.
Difficulty...
Sand on the dojo floor.
3. And depending upon your roll, we'll see what we add to Jamie Chris's.
I don't have Sandify written down on my...
We never have anything written down.
I listened to the episode where I told you to do that. I know you have it.
Why are we like this?
You do have it. Okay. You're just messing with me.
Oh my god. Can I send you... No, I wish I could show you.
Just tell me.
Yes, I know, but I want you to believe. I don't lie about stuff, but I want you to believe me. It's a success with 3 advantages.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. All right. Wow. Okay.
All right.
Did you have DP for that move, by the way?
I did.
Okay, great. Perfect. So, obviously, I'm guessing you're going to want one of those to be a boost to go towards trouble.
Yes. The other advantage is that the educator was not expecting any of this, and
absolutely
backs
not.
up as trouble is flying towards her into Katrina's sand.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what does that mean? I thought that's what the boost would be then. That's
I
what
suppose.
gives you the boost. So that gives you the boost.
Yeah.
Another thing could be maybe you're able to, as you sandify, you kind of get a little bit of that sand in Personal's eyes, and so WWE referee style, he doesn't see all the shenanigans going on. Oh, he doesn't see the cheating. Oh no.
Oh, what? Oh, no.
It's crazy how that happened.
And he's going to open his eyes and just see that you've been knocked, the educator got knocked down or something. Maybe. We'll see how the dice roll goes.
I mean, yeah, we'll see.
So that could be an advantage if you want. And the other one could be you don't use a DP if you like, or we can do maybe Katrina. She's still in sand form and is able to strike again.
No, because she's not intending to get involved in the fight as any further than just helping trouble. Because I mean, she's obviously dishonorable, but she's not that dishonorable. So I think maybe she just saves the DP.
Perfect. All right, now trouble. You've got your dice.
So about that,
did you already roll them?
I did. The 3 difficulty, the 2 just regular greens for me, and then the setback and the boost.
You get 2 boosts.
2 boost.
2 boosts?
Yeah, you got another boost from Katrina.
Oh, well that might change things. Let's see what happens.
Roll all of it again.
No.
Roll all of it again?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, that puts us at 2 successes, 3 disadvantages. Yeah, I don't know, guys.
This is the best.
I don't know. Slightly concerned.
Allow me, if you may. Trouble runs towards Gorg,
right?
Who springs him in the air. Trouble balls up, and he's got his discipline reed ready to strike. The educator steps back and trips as the sand beneath her is whooshed away, causing her to fall to the ground, where Trouble is able to land a precision strike right on the educator. And it's everyone see it's beautiful. However,
I'm so concerned.
However, I'm gonna take all 3 of them.
Oh, good.
Jake, you could have the educator from this position grabs Trouble and headbutts him, and they both go out.
Oof.
Trouble is still cartwheeling forward. He's still got that forward motion going.
He's a blue spinning ball that's flying through the air, but it doesn't look like Sonic. It doesn't. Just so everyone knows, it looks totally different and cool.
I don't know why you would even think that.
He's been Sonic from the beginning.
So he lands the hit on the educator, who's now on the ground, falling backwards. But he's still got that forward motion going, and so she drops the discipline reed, reaches forward and grabs the back of his head and brings it onto her own head, headbutts him.
Oh my
but he's
God.
still got all that forward motion going, so he hits a lot harder than she was expecting.
Jeez.
And since she was kind of falling backwards too from tripping into the sand, they both headbutt each other and collapse onto the ground.
Wow.
This will determine how the fight ends.
Okay.
You have both taken a big blow, and you've been hit multiple times. Both of you. I'm going to need both of you to make this would be a fortitude.
Interesting.
To see if they can get back up after such a devastating blow. Or, Jake, do you think story-wise, let's just go, that's it, that's the fight?
No, this is awesome.
I like the rolling idea.
I'm going to add a caveat to that. Everyone is dead silent.
Yes.
When this happens. And then Eloise, like, yells, like the smallest voice in the room, yells, "Get up, Trouble!" And then Johnny Biz, from the other side of the room, like, from taking bets, goes, "Trouble, trouble, trouble, trouble."
And the whole crowd starts chanting Trouble's name. I'm going to need both the educator and Trouble to make a fortitude roll. Trouble, make it with double boost from the chanting crowd.
Damn. Okay.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is just going to be 2, but if one of you has more like advantages or less disadvantages than the other, that'll determine who can get up.
Damn. Okay.
Or if you you both might get up, but one of you might be like weaker after this, and they might just call it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And this will determine the end of the fight.
All right. Jake, do you want to go first?
Nope.
I rolled 2 successes and 2 disadvantages. I don't know what that means.
So Trouble will be able to stand back up, but it's shaky. The crowd was able to the cheering was able to help him. He stands back up. But he's woozy. I mean, that spinning plus the headbutt plus all the hits he's taken so far, he is barely up, but he's up. And the educator,
failure with advantage.
So the educator doesn't get back up.
Wow.
Doesn't get back up. But the advantage would
be... I have an advantage.
You have an advantage?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So obviously everyone is like roaring, like applause and cheering, like Trouble beat down the educator.
Yes! Trouble, trouble, trouble.
And then amidst like all the cheering, the educator just starts laughing. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh no.
The advantage is she knows that Grorg and potentially somebody else helped Trouble to win.
Ooh, okay.
And she sits up and she looks at Trouble and she says, "So you did learn something. I told you that in life and in battle, you have to use the skills that you have at your disposal. And you have some fantastic friends."
Hey, Questies, it's me, Nathan. Thank you so much for listening to episode 13 of Season 3. I was on the edge of my seats that whole time because none of us knew who was going to win that fight. And somehow, Trouble won. That's the power of dice. That's the power of a role-playing game. Speaking of role-playing games and podcasts about them, I have a show that you might be interested in. If you're enjoying Knight's Quest, but you need some more role-playing content, then you need to check out the show Ready, Set, Roll. Listen to this promo to hear more about it.
Tired of that same old podcast? Tired of being bored out of your mind? Tired of the real world and want to check out? Hey, I'm Craig, writer and producer of Ready, Set, Roll, and I'm here to tell you, you don't have to be stuck with that lame old show. Here at RSR, we understand that boredom, wanderlust, and lack of adventure are things that your everyday podcast can't remedy, just like baldness or your taxes. And it's only your fault if you don't hate yourself enough to do something about it. And that's where we come in. With Ready, Set, Roll's highly trained roleplay staff, we can turn that ear siesta into an ear fiesta. Of course, you'll be listening to a podcast in a legal sense. Just think of it as a roller coaster ride of excitement. How do I know? I'm not only a creator, I'm a listener. So join us every Tuesday for a non-stop joyride of comedy and action, like an 80s buddy cop film. We're Ready, Set, Roll. We roll better than you, and we know it.
Ready Set Roll is a super cool podcast. They have tons of different storylines and role-playing games going on, releasing tons of episodes. And one of the things that they do is every month they release a little episode called Insight, where they interview someone in the role-playing community, chat for about 30 minutes. And their most recent Insight episode, which I believe is episode 22, just came out a couple days ago at the point of this episode coming out. So Insight episode 22 for Ready Set Roll, they interview me. And so we talk about the start of Knight's Quest, some of the favorite things that I enjoy about it. And I honestly had a blast on that interview. The interviewer, Daniel, him and I, we just hit it off really well. It was a great interview. So please, I encourage you to at least check out that one, episode 22 of Insight on the podcast Ready, Set, Roll. And while you're there, check out their other shows too. As always, if you're enjoying this show, please tell your friends. Check out our website, kqpodcast.com, where you can see all of our merch, like that D2 we talked about. Check out the new album, which just dropped. We just dropped a new album, actually 2. It is called The Desert, and it contains the music from the middle part of Season 2. All the stuff with Sim, all the stuff with us wandering the desert. And it's got 2 different parts, the Desert Morning and the Desert Evening. Desert Morning has all the main songs, the bigger hits, and Desert Evening has some of the different twists and variations and some of the maybe minor, lesser noticeable songs. But they're all good. They're all good. So again, check that all out. You can see the link for that on our website, kqpodcast.com. Just click on music, and there you can find those albums. You can listen to them for free, or you can download them for at just the cost of $1 or higher if you want to donate for the show. So again, thank you so much for all of your support. You are all incredible people. Stay cool out there. As it's very hot, at least where I am recording this right now, it's sweating a lot. So stay chilled, and we will see you all in the next episode, which is our pie episode, 3.14. Get it? It's not, okay, it's not related to pies at all. It's just, I think that's fun. Okay. May your place in his story be long. Okay. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Everyone?
Y'all ready for this? I don't know how the rest of the song goes.
No. That was the fastest cop-out I've ever seen.
Well, that's like the part I know. And then after that, I don't know what... It's probably just that bit repeated.
I mean, no, because then it no? like changes tempo. It's like... I
did not know this. This is new information to me.
There's more.